In the heart of Bulawayo, the name Chipo echoed like a melody. Her mother, always confident in her daughter's allure, often remarked, "I knew you'd break hearts, my investment." Chipo was undeniably stunning. Her intelligence shone as brightly as her beauty. With a flawless complexion, a captivating smile that revealed pearly white teeth, and long, lustrous hair that flowed like silk, she seemed to have been sculpted by the hands of the divine. As Chipo grew, so did her allure, and unfortunately, her arrogance. She walked through life as if she were a goddess, floating just above the ground, her head held high while others were preoccupied with their studies and future careers. My beauty will open doors, she believed, and indeed it did. Her mother had instilled in her the belief that a life of luxury awaited. No daughter of hers would toil in menial jobs abroad. Instead, Chipo would become the wife of a powerful politician. And she did. Chipo quickly discovered that her looks were not just a gift, but a powerful key that unlocked doors to opulence. She moved into a stunning home in a posh suburb of Bulawayo, while her mother resided in the more serene Kumalo, far removed from their dusty village of Plumtree. Chipo didn't need a job or a degree. She drove a sleek G-Wagon and adorned herself with designer handbags and shoes, all funded by her legion of admirers worldwide. Her life was a whirlwind of glamour and seduction. Chipo became a master of allure, charming politicians and businessmen alike, each promising her a future filled with love and riches. Yet, as she reveled in her success, she faced a dilemma. With so many suitors and projects to manage, how would she choose a husband? Marriage, she realized, would not only mean love, but also cut down on her sources of income and gifts, which were plentiful due to her international connections. Chipo's life in Bulawayo was a dazzling display of glamour and charm, but beneath the surface, her golden facade was beginning to show cracks. As she glided through lavish events and exclusive parties, she often caught whispers from envious neighbors and acquaintances. "There goes Chipo, the ultimate slay queen," they would say, their voices dripping with a mixture of admiration and disdain. The term was a double-edged sword. While it celebrated her beauty and style, it also painted her as a woman who relied solely on her looks to navigate life. Inside her luxurious home, Chipo often found herself conflicted. On one hand, she reveled in the attention and gifts lavished upon her by a revolving door of suitors. Each man seemed to compete for her affection, showering her with expensive jewelry, designer clothes, and extravagant trips. And while she enjoyed the high life, deep down, a gnawing fear began to take root. What would happen if she decided to settle down with one of them? Chipo's mind raced with thoughts of betrayal. She had spun elaborate tales of loyalty and love to each of her admirers, leading them to believe she was waiting for them, that they were the one. Yet she knew that her heart was not truly in it for any of them. What would happen when the truth surfaced? Would they feel betrayed and seek revenge? The possibilities sent shivers down her spine. Her mother would often remind her of the importance of her beauty, calling it her golden ticket. "Never forget, Chipo," she would say. "Men are enamored by what they see. You wield a power that few possess. Use it wisely." Chipo took those words to heart, but as she contemplated a future with one man, she feared losing her power and the financial security that came with it. The thought of being tethered to a single partner made her uneasy. Would she be forced to relinquish her lavish lifestyle? As she looked around her opulent living room, adorned with gifts from her myriad suitors, Chipo felt a pang of anxiety. What if her beauty faded? What if the men she had deceived decided to unite against her, revealing the truth of her gold-digging ways? She knew that they were not just financial benefactors. They had become entangled in her web of lies. Would they seek revenge if they found out that she had chosen someone else? The whispers from her neighbors only intensified her fears. "She's just after their money," they would say, their voices echoing through the walls of her posh neighborhood. What happens when the money runs out? Chipo felt the weight of their judgment. The very people who once admired her beauty were now questioning her integrity. Despite her glamorous life, she often lay awake at night, staring at the ceiling, pondering her future. Would settling down with a man mean sacrificing her freedom? What if he didn't fulfill her material desires? She had built a life on the promise of luxury, and the idea of trading it for a conventional partnership terrified her. As the days turned into weeks, Chipo found herself at a crossroads. She was due to make a decision and share her choice with her audience. Would she risk everything for the sake of true love, or would she continue to play the field, keeping her options open? Perhaps she could find a way to marry while still maintaining her lavish lifestyle. After all, she thought, in a world where beauty is currency, couldn't she have it all? Chipo's internal struggle mirrored the external world around her. Glamorous yet fragile, beautiful yet deceitful. As she prepared to reveal her decision to the world, she knew that the road ahead would be treacherous and filled with uncertainty. But one thing was clear: she was determined to wield her beauty as a weapon, navigating the complexities of love, truth, and the ever-looming threat of losing it all. Now, at a crossroads, Chipo decided it was time to settle down. She reached out to me to ask you, my YouTube partners, to help in choosing the right man for her future. She is envisioning a life where her parents might end up returning to Plumtree instead of living comfortably under her care, as they had always dreamed. Your advice and insights will be appreciated. And to all people in Diaspora, be careful who you trust back home with your money and investments. Chipo's tale was not just one of beauty and seduction. It was a reflection of choices, dreams, and the complexity of love. This story is based on real events that happened to real people. As you watch this, some man somewhere just sent Chipo a big portion of their salary that they worked real hard for, thinking they are investing in the woman that will share forever with them.